Hi, today we are going to make a tunnel card of a bike rider. This beautiful card will make a lovely gift item. To make this card, we will be requiring a cutting mat, two A4 size copier paper for printouts, one A4 size colored paper, any color, one white paper of A4 size of and this colored and white paper will be of 120 to 200 GSM, glue, scissor, an empty or dried ballpoint pen, paper cutter, forceps, scale. We have taken a printout on a copier paper because we don't want any print lines on our main pages. Moreover, the color pages are dark in color, no, so it's very difficult to trace the lines, print lines. We have to properly attach the print page to the colored paper, but we have to also ensure that it is not pasted permanently on our usable portion. So we'll put a flashlight beneath it and apply glue on the portions which will be discarded later on. With the help of a ruler and an empty dried up ballpoint pen, we will have to score out all the fold lines. The fold lines are marked as dashed lines. It is always advisable to score all the fold lines. The advantage of scoring the line is that whenever we want to fold the paper, we just have to bend the paper and the paper will automatically bend along the fold lines without much difficulty, and we will get a smooth, clean and neat fold lines. We can cut all the cut lines using a paper cutter or a scissor. I always advise that while using a paper cutter or a scissor, one has to be very careful because these two things are very sharp objects and there might be some mishap or injury. And we have to take special care when children are around to ensure that they don't get hold of it, for they might injure themselves. After the part has been properly cut, we can safely discard the upper print papers. We can see the advantage of scoring beforehand, because now you will notice that as soon as I bend the paper automatically and very neatly bends along the fold lines only. Tweezers are very handy to press and apply pressure on parts which are very difficult to reach by hand or difficult to press it with the fingers. Always place the cap over the tweezers whenever it is not in use to prevent any mishap. Also place the cap on the glue bottle or glue tube so that it doesn't dry up when not in use. For the second page also, I have taken the printout on a copier paper to avoid any print lines on the main white sheet of paper. The white sheet of paper has to be between 120 to 150 GSM. We can attach these two pages with the help of a masking tape by taking a small strips and pasting it at the edges. And as always, I recommend cutting out all the finer details first beforehand only before cutting the main parts. Handmade cards are always looked upon by love and respect. Since nothing is printed on the main white page and we will be discarding the copier papers, so in order to not to get confused, I'll just write down 1 and 2 for layer 1 and for layer 2. Using an empty or dried up ballpoint pen, I'll score out all the fold lines of the dividers. You must be wondering that I am showing the same pen as a dried up ballpoint pen and also writing something from it. Let me make it clear here that these are two different pens, not the same pen. One is a dried pen, dried ballpoint pen, and another is a fully functional pen. We will cut out all the dividers and discard the top copier page because those are things and needs to be discarded. We'll be using only the main white paper part. Each divider we will take now and fold it along the fold lines and paste it with the help of the tab. This will make it into nice square dividers. We will be requiring 6 dividers, 3 for each layer. A humble request, kindly don't ask for free templates. You will notice that at the bottom of the dividers, the cut lines are a bit inclined. This inclined portion is where we have to apply glue and attach. This card is very easy and simple, though one might find a bit difficulty in cutting the biker and the trees. Still, it's simple. Now we will be placing layer 1 and layer 2 inside the box. First we have to paste the 3 dividers for layer 1. Then we will apply some glue to layer 1 and stick it on the dividers. Then again we will provide another dividers over it and then place layer 2 on it. Alternately we can even paste the dividers on layer 1 or layer 2 and then place it inside the box. Whichever method we use, we have to ensure that the layer 1 and layer 2 are provided in a proper sequence. We have to identify the bottom of the box and accordingly we will have to place layer 1 first and then layer 2 and then also we have to ensure that layer 1 and layer 2 are in proper direction. It shouldn't be a flipped card. While cutting only we had written at the bottom of layer 1 and layer 2 as 1 and 2. So while placing this written word should be facing you and it should be at the bottom of the box. Here our tunnel card is ready and you can see that it has turned out very beautifully. Hope you like this tunnel card and would like to make one for yourself. Email me at versovahobbies@gmail.com for details. And as always, thank you for watching with interest.